the price of Bitcoin just hit $10,000 per BTC. Momentum is moving fast. If we look at the price chart year to date, this is Bitcoin. If we look at the price chart for the last year, we peaked hard last year, too fast, too unsustainable. We flew right up to 14K and then pulled back, consolidated. And now we have surpassed 10K again, and momentum is building fast. According to on-chain analysis, on-chain fundamentals, this breakout is the real deal. If you're asking yourself, well, what's backing this 10K breakout? Fundamental investment activity is backing this 10K breakout. We're going to get to this in a second, but if you hold cryptocurrency, here are the top stories that you need to know, things making news in the space today. Hit subscribe. That's what this channel does. We bring you the daily news, keeping you informed. Visa is planning the biggest changes to swipe fees in a decade. Now, in many ways, this is Visa fighting against Bitcoin. Hey, nobody said it would be easy, but this is how Visa is trying to coax more merchants, more users, to keep using Visa. Check this out. Visa is planning the biggest changes in a decade to the rates U.S. merchants pay to accept its cards. Why? Well, they're hoping to persuade more people to abandon checks and adjusting its fees for new businesses, such as ride-hailing services. So how is Visa changing their fees? Well, it's actually a bit confusing. The company's interchange rates, which are the fees charged every time a consumer uses a card, will go up or down depending on the merchant and the way a consumer pays for their purchase, according to a document Visa sent to banks that outlined the changes. So who gets the higher rates and who gets the lower rates? Well, higher rates are looming for transactions on e-commerce sites, while retailers, I guess brick and mortar, in certain service categories, such as real estate and education, will see fees decline. So e-commerce is higher, education, real estate is lower. Interesting. Now, as a smart consumer, a smart investor, let's read between the lines a little bit. Reading between the lines here, they are adjusting their fees based on their market share. Areas like e-commerce, where they have a near monopoly, they're raising their fees. Why not? Online e-commerce, everybody accepts Visa. Why not raise their fees? Other areas where they are less popular, they're lowering their fees. Makes sense from a business perspective, and I'm sure their goal is to make more money and grow their market share. Now, some would say that this market share, hey, it's just good business. Others would say that, hey, this near monopoly can be scary. If a company can do this to their consumers, do this to the merchants, willy-nilly, whenever they choose. And now, if you run an e-commerce site, you're going to be paying a few more pennies on each transaction. Maybe it's time for Plan B. Give me your thoughts down below in the comment section. Before we get to Binance Cloud, next piece of news, China's coronavirus whistleblower is now memorialized on Ethereum. So the person that broke the story about coronavirus in China, when the government was trying to cover it up, he's now on the Ethereum blockchain. Someone has just created a smart contract on Ethereum with source codes in the shape of a monument in memory of Dr. Lee Wen Ling, the whistleblower of China's coronavirus outbreak who died of the disease. Here's the memoriam right here, forever memorialized on Ethereum. And this is illustrating a direct use case for Ethereum because while the Chinese government is trying to cover this up, now forever people will know who truly tried to save them. The source code on the monument contract, created on Friday, wrote down the biography of Dr. Lee in Chinese and highlighted rest in peace and his contribution as a medical expert to alerting others on the dangers of the virus as early as December 30th, only to be reprimanded by local police later on. Now here's what you need to know. The creation of the smart contract, which now becomes immutable, uncensorable on the blockchain, comes at a time when Chinese citizens are being censored on WeChat, being censored on Weibo. Here's how they're being censored. The news of his death broke late night Thursday China time, and this news immediately jumped to the top spot on Weibo's real-time trending topics list. But within minutes, it was dropped to the 7th position, and now it's no longer on the list, even though the hashtag Dr. Lee W passed away has so far gotten 1 billion views over the last month on discussions on social media. Yet, it's no longer on the list. Meanwhile, other hashtags have now been restricted by the Chinese government, such as Wuhan government owes an apology to Dr. Lee. It's restricted. Searching for this hashtag on Weibo now leads to no results. Although it was accessible when it originally came out Thursday night immediately following Lee's death, it was fine, but now they restricted it. The Ethereum blockchain solves this. Like this video, get this information out to as many people as possible. Guys, and hit subscribe. We drop a video every single day, keeping you informed on cryptocurrency. You do not want to miss one. All right. Again, before we get to some on-chain analysis, something you should know is Weiss Ratings has again upgraded Bitcoin to an A- ahead of the halving. So actually they upgraded Bitcoin to an A- last month. It stayed for this month, and in a direct quote, the Weiss crypto ratings for BTC is now an A-, meaning excellent, thanks to improving fundamentals and positive price action ahead of Bitcoin's next halving. Now, in comparison to where Bitcoin and some of these coins were last year, previously in late March 2019, Weiss Ratings put XRP and EOS right alongside Bitcoin for cryptocurrencies that have the best combination of adoption and technology. Well, now Bitcoin has a higher grade than both of those other assets, with XRP standing at a B- and EOS now at a C after a downgrade for centralization. XRP's current rating is also lower than the A it was assigned in March. So take these Weiss ratings for what you will. If you want to look up your specific coin, I'm going to leave this link down below in the description. This is weisscrypto.com. Bitcoin A-, Ethereum A-, Ripple B-, Bitcoin SV comes in at a whopping D+, and I don't know, EOS, Binance, Monero, C+. Check it out. Link down below in the description. All right, let's get to the good stuff. This breakout is the real deal. Fundamental investment activity is backing this 10K breakout. And to support this, Willy Woo shared with us this chart on-chain investor activity. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just an average guy that's very passionate about crypto. But let's read this together. If you'll notice, there are two boxes, one from June 2019, so last year, and July 2019, that's when Bitcoin was surpassing 13K, going up to almost 14K per BTC. And then February 2020, this is where we are right now. And as you can see, on-chain trend reversal precedes the top. So you'll notice these trend lines, they all started showing momentum to the downside before Bitcoin's price topped out. Now, if we go to where we are today, we can see that the majority of these trend lines, they do look close, but they have not topped out yet. So in Willie's mind, there's no chance of this being a top. Interesting. So are these two boxes similar enough for you to spot a matching trend? You tell me. I liked this. Brad Mills, some guy, says, how are these two boxes similar? I believe you, but I find it hard to understand it. Then American Hodl, one of the best Bitcoin trolls on Twitter, responded, shut up and just let the bullishness flow over you. I like that. I like it. If I can find, I'm going to be searching for an interview with Willie so we can get some on-chain analysis to back up some of this bullish news. So when I find it, I'll bring it to you. But this is one piece of perspective to consider. Next piece of news, Hong Kong now has its first licensed crypto lender. You always remember your first, and Hong Kong now has it. Crypto lending startup PawnHub has just become Hong Kong's first fully licensed and fully insured crypto lender. PawnHub also has offices in Switzerland, the UK, Taiwan, Thailand, and so this could be huge news as Hong Kong joins the fray. PawnHub's foray into crypto lending could be huge. The crypto lending industry has become one of the fastest and most profitable subsectors of the overall crypto asset investment climate for the last 2 years. right? Crypto lending platforms, basically the new banks. You lend them their crypto. You might earn 6% a year, or every company has something different. Well, now Hong Kong is a fully licensed, fully insured one. Pawnhub was able to secure a government license in Hong Kong, as well as announce that they will be partnering with a leading U.S. crypto asset custody firm in order to offer insurance of up to $100 million anywhere in the world to cover their clients' Bitcoin holdings. So Pawnhub appears to be one of the legit ones. Hong Kong thinks so, along with Switzerland, the UK, Taiwan, Thailand. Bullish news. That is the news for today. By the way, my name's Austin. Like always, see you tomorrow.